Okay, everyone. I was thinking about this other technique that I was using to create another design for my cutting machine. And it's interesting that I've been using Lightburn to design my uh, SVGs to transfer into the cutting machine software. Now, I could um, use other software as well, but I'm quite familiar with Lightburn. And the beauty of doing it in Lightburn is I also get to save those so I can do other things with them. This one is specifically for a shirt design, but let's uh, let's go ahead and go into Lightburn. And what I want to do is I want to create a design, and I'm going to show you the hard way to do some of this and then the really easy way. So let's start off with some text, and I need to change my font and use all caps. And I'm going to change that. Oops, change that to blue, but I want to leave this in line mode for now. And I want to make a nice sign, so I'm going to do something that I do regularly with fonts, that when you see the letters are all close together, is I take my horizontal space and make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so there's one set of text, and I need another one. Oops. Now this part here, this text, I'm going to make a little smaller. So yeah, about that. So I have this text, and also I need another set of text, but this one's going to be a different font. It's going to be uh, a different font and no caps. Okay. So this one, I don't want my font spread out. So I'm going to go change this back to 0. So my letters are all together. Okay, so now that I have all my pieces, the hard way to do this, well, this is line everything up first. Uh, let's make this width 130. I'll make sure my lock is on. And I want to make this the same width. So that, and bring it down below. And this one, I want to make it not quite the same. So 130, how about 90? Yeah, that should do. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to weld all these together. And essentially what I want to do, I bring this up, and I want to cut out from my letters. Now, the hard way to do this is to take my text and convert it to a path, and then group everything so it's I get everything. And then I can take this text, and I want to do an outline. I want to do outline outwards. That's probably too much. I think 1.5 should actually work quite well. And go okay. Now my actual text, I want to put it on a different layer so I can see it. And I'm going to bring this text down so that it just takes in my eyes, And I'm going to select that, use my Boolean tools. Oops, tools, Boolean assistant. And I want to use my subtract. Now I gotta make sure I get the right one. So I just want to do subtract. Okay. And then I can turn my eyes into blue and I can go fill. And that cuts out some of that. Now, I can't edit this text anymore, but I really didn't need to convert it to path. So let's back up a few steps here. Okay. Now, yeah, so I know if I can do this, then that's all text. Now, what I discovered, the easy way to do that is the same thing. I took the text my eyes, put it on my red layer, and then I want to do my outline, still stuck at the 1.5, and go okay. Now I'm going to select outer shapes only, so I don't need all that inner stuff selected. Go okay, and turn that into a blue layer. And once again, I can bring down my other text and I can position it where I want it to. Before I do that, I made a little bit of a mistake here. So let's get rid of that outline. I want to make sure this is centered on my text. Now I go back and do my outline. Okay, so the same, put it on the blue layer, bring my text down, and I can take that and this layer and do my Boolean tools again. Boolean assistant, and want to subtract. Okay. Now, I want to do the same thing again. This one, I'm going to leave that as red for now. I want to do the same thing with this. That's the out loud. And I want to do the same kind of outline. But this time I'm going to turn that into red. And oops, I forgot something. I want this text to be left aligned with my top. And actually it was. Okay, so let's go through this, do this outline. There we go. Turn it on my red layer. And now I want to bring this up. And you position it where you think you might want it. And you can change how this is going to work. Let's bring it down a little bit. Okay, so now with my red layer, do my Boolean assistant. Oops, one here. Red layer. Yeah, Boolean assistant. And subtract. Okay. And turn that back into blue and go back into fill. And I have the design that I'm kind of looking for. So it's interesting. The first time I tried this, I actually did all my text and I converted to path and then grouped everything. But as I go, wait a minute, it's much easier if I don't have to change because the text is already a group and my outline on my script text actually works well. So something you can play with, and once again, you can try this with different fonts. Uh, so the font I use for my Did I Roll and Out Loud is called Kimberly Black, and you can download that from defont.com. And this is September Twilight for my eyes, but you can pick any script font that you want, any non-script font for the other text. And you can try this with different sayings and get something that works well for you. So I hope you, and one last thing, if I was going to make this a graphic, I want to actually group everything. So I can actually move this and I can resize it. Oops, I didn't resize it. I rotated it, but I can resize it, mirror it. I can do a bunch of other things, just like normal graphics. So once again, that's something that you can play with. So go ahead and experiment with text and outline tool and the Boolean Assistant, and you can find that you can do lots of interesting things. So take care, and we'll see you soon. So bye-bye for now.